Hey y'all, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. I want to wish you happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas and all that stuff. Right now I just want to do a little video on something I was thinking about. I got something coming out tomorrow on Karen Carpenter, a girl who pretty much sounds like Karen Carpenter. And I was just thinking, what was Karen really like? It's been a lot of years, a lot of things have happened since she's passed away. And I was just wondering, like, what was she really like besides what we saw on TV? Because we saw a lot of stuff with her singing, but we really never had a chance to see her sit down and talk about some things. And that's what I'm going to do today. First of all, I want to tell you that if you don't know who Karen Carpenter is, Karen Carpenter was an American singer and drummer born on March 2nd, 1950 in New Haven, Connecticut. She, along with her brother Richard Carpenter, formed a musical duo, the Carpenters. But Karen Carpenter struggled with an eating disorder, specifically anorexia nervosa, which ultimately led to her untimely death. Now, anorexia nervosa is a serious mental health condition characterized by an intense fear of gaining weight and a distorted body image, leading to self-imposed starvation and excessive weight loss. Karen's battle with anorexia became public in the 1980s. She sought treatment for a condition, but unfortunately her health continued to decline. Karen Carpenter passed away on February 4, 1983 at the age of 32. The official cause was heart failure resulting from complications related to anorexia. Now, her death brought a lot of attention to this eating disorder, and all kinds of foundations and organizations have gotten together to try to battle this thing. The Carpenters' music continues to be appreciated, and Karen Carpenter is remembered not only for her musical talent, but also for the impact of her struggle with anorexia on a public awareness of eating disorders. So, go with me right now. I'm just going to sit down and listen to what she was talking about back in the days in the 70s, going in the 80s, about her life and the things she was experiencing. We're going to look at a couple of interviews. Stay with me.
For a quiet, cold drink, and if he feels better, he'll slip in a moment. Do you find that travelling around is tiring?
If you keep it to a certain amount of time, like this tour is going to be a month, and that's really enough. And because if you're with people that you're having a good time with, it's fine. And luckily, that's been the situation over the last 11 years.
Yeah.
So it's some nights you're more tired than others, but it's usually a lot of fun.
Do you tour with the same people?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. The group's been together for 11 years.
How many musicians do you have?
On stage there are 7. And when we travel with roadies and lighting guys and all that, there's like 28 to 32.
And of course, in some respects, you're back, because it's all been very quiet for ages.
Here I am. Yeah, we decided a couple years ago to take a little time off, because we've been going straight and steady for 8.5 years, and we decided to take a vacation. And then for the last year and a half, we've been working on the new album, Made in America.
Was this a musical break? Or did you feel that maybe you needed a slight change in the style of music?
No, we just wanted to sit down.
Right.
But after a while, that's a long time, because we never had taken a vacation that entire time.
So what has produced the return?
Well, we just got tired of sitting down, so now we're standing up again.
Pick up the yellow phone, Karen. We've got somebody on the line here. It's Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Noel.
Hello, you're through to Karen Carpenter. What would you like to ask her?
Hello, Karen.
Hi.
I'd like to ask you when you first realised that a singing career was what you wanted to do.
Well, that didn't happen until I was about 16 years old, because I didn't realize that I could sing or play the drums before 16 until I got into high school. And then when that started to happen, that was immediate. I wanted to do that.
Okay, thanks very much for your question. Leslie Campbell's on the line now. Leslie, hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you. What's your question for Karen?
What age were you when you started singing? How did you get into show business?
Well, like I mentioned a second ago, it was about 16 years old, and I decided that I wanted to sing because Richard had always been musical since the time that he was very tiny, and I always, and still do, idolized him, and I wanted to do everything that he did. So he started playing the piano when he was about 11 or 12, and he started having groups and things, and then, like I mentioned, when I was in high school, I decided to get out of geometry and get into choir, and I got out of gym, so I got into marching band. It's worked out better this way. I never would have made a professional geometrist. But that's the way it happened.
That's the progression.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for your call. Is
Bye.
it Nick on the phone now? Nick?
Yes, that's right.
Hello, Nick. What's your question?
Good morning, Neil. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
A question, as a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Is there any chance of a British tour soon?
Oh, there's a large, large chance. We are, when we go home after this tour, we're going to put the group back together, and we hope to be in the UK about 6 to 8 months from now.
Ah, super. And just as a quickie, can I know your favourite track that you and Richard have recorded?
Of all our albums?
Of all your albums?
Well, I think before it was Goodbye to Love or Close to You, but now, because it's my own song, Because We Are in Love, which is the wedding song that my brother wrote for me, for my husband. It's called Because We Are in Love.
Fine, super tour.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Talking of the album, you've obviously brought it along as part
Yeah.
of the swap.
We have 2 albums, 2 pictures,
Autograph?
oh, of course, and Astro Wars.
Astro Wars. Now, I haven't heard of Astro Wars.
This is like,
We can pick it up on
well-
the camera there. You explain it.
it's kind of like Space Invaders. And you,
Man.
anyway, it has these little things here. Where are they? Got it?
Back
You
in
see
the
that?
day.
Beep, 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 beep. You go, and it shoots and it kills things. It's terrific. It makes a lot of noise. I'm sorry. Well, it's a lot of, why isn't it?
Jolly good.
It's great. You want to play it?
No, thanks. I don't like killing things.
No, well, it's just very innocent little things.
Do you play it when you're sort of on tour? Have you got a
Yeah.
spare moment?
Oh, yeah. This goes around the group. In fact, we brought 3 of them with us, and this is one of them. And the only times it gets a
super
little
kind.
distracting is on a plane.
Well, Karen and Richard, that's the first we've heard from you in 3 years. It's the first time you've sung together live now.
So we get into some of the interview where they were asking her about the condition that she had, and it's a little uncomfortable. But it's great to, just to see things that we probably didn't see back in the day. We heard her music, but to actually see her talking. I know the video quality isn't 100%, but it's the thought and the idea of what we're looking at right here, just to see who she was and what she sounded like.
Now, in 5 years, why? Where have you been? What's been happening?
Well, we decided to take a small vacation, take some time off.
A small, but it's been a huge vacation. I mean, the fans actually want to know where you've been. I mean, what happened?
Oh, well, we took a little over a year off because the last album before Made in America was Christmas Portrait, which came out
78?
in 78, last part of
Yes, but
78.
as we're saying, you haven't actually sung together live for 5 years.
Well, not in this country, but in the United States we
Right.
have.
Miss
But
Nosy.
it did seem that there was something of a rift round about 75, 76. I think you were ill, weren't you, Karen? I mean, what happened?
That was 75. I was just pooped. When you've been on
Mind
the
your
road
business, lady.
for all those years without stopping.
There were rumours, though, that you were suffering from the Slimmer's disease, from anorexia nervosa.
Just
Is that
push.
right?
No, I was just pooped.
But you
I
did
was
go
tired
down,
out.
You went down to about 6 stone in weight, I think, didn't you?
I have no idea what 6 stone in weight is.
Yeah, I really don't want to answer this
And
question.
66 pounds, it's very difficult to work out. I think about 84 pounds
No.
or something like that. No.
No.
But were you at all estranged during that time, you two? I mean, did you actually, people would quite understand, were you bored with working together? I mean, you'd been together for 9 years.
Oh,
At this point, I'm looking at Karen and Richard. They're like, what?
9 years.
oh no, not at all.
No.
The thing is, with the breakneck schedule we were keeping, it started to tire us out after a while. And to me, you have to be up and really want to go into the studio, because if you start to get tired, it shows in your music.
Sure.
Right.
So really, the longest period we did take off was a little over a year.
Yeah.
Of
But tremendous strain. Obviously, you had a very peculiar young adulthood, as it were. I mean, you were about 18 or 19 when you hit stardom. I
Right.
think you were only 19, Karen. I mean,
Right.
then you had 9 years of this tremendous strain. I mean, it must have taken its toll.
Yes, it did. That's why I was pooped.
Yeah, man, I tell you. I just found that interesting. I don't have much more to say on that. During these holidays right now, you're kind of reminiscing on back in the day in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s when you were younger. And I found that information and I wanted to share it with you and just show you that she was a real human being. And as you can see, she was uncomfortable in some of those parts of those interviews because people were being just a little nosy. I mean, she was a superstar, but she was a human being, and they were pushing a little bit, you know what I mean? But she held it together. She has a great character. I know it was pretty tough for her knowing what she was dealing with back in those days. But I want to just thank you guys for watching this video, and I want you to go check out a video on this girl Tori Holub that I did, where she sounds just like Karen Carpenter. I won't say much more than that. You look at the video and you'll get the information that you need to know what I'm talking about. But I want to thank you guys for checking out this video and all the videos that you check out on the channel. Come back to the next one. I'm Mr. Mindset on the Music Mindset channel. Thank y'all.